Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm so excited to be doing today's video because I don't think I've done a sit down chatty with me video, and I've been on YouTube now for over a year, and it'll be so nice to answer your questions so that you can get to know me a little bit better. If you know me in real life, I'm such a chatty person. I'm one of those people who will just sit and chat for like 4 or 5 hours straight. I just love getting into deep conversations, so hopefully these questions will keep me on track. So I'll make sure to do that instead of putting the world to rights. And if you can see me here, I'm just chilled out. I've got a blanket on, I've got my little doggy snuggled up to me, and I've also got my Home Bargains tray with a cup of tea as well. And oh, this mug as well is also from Home Bargains. It's just great with a gold rim round. I got it ages ago, but I just love them. I don't know why, but tea tastes really good out of these mugs. And then I've also got a Village Wax Melts candle going on, crackling away in the background. It's a woodwick one. Abby kindly gifted these to me. She's a subscriber of the channel, so definitely go and support her local business. I'll leave all her details in the description box below. So I'll get into the questions. So the first question that I got is, what is your 9 to 5 job? So I work in continuous improvement in a healthcare company, and it's such a varied job, to be honest. You know, it's kind of hard to kind of even explain what it is, because when I left for maternity I was doing something completely different to what I'm doing now. So when I left for maternity I was travelling all over the country, improving processes in warehouses, helping to clear everything out just to make everything smooth, efficient, making sure that we were hitting regulation. And then also I do work with kind of more office-based departments, again look at their processes, how can you improve communication between staff and management. So it's all things like that. So it's basically just trying to make the company as best as possible. The next question I got was, do you enhance your red hair? And no, I don't. This is my natural hair colour. I have Irish on both sides, and there wasn't a redhead in the family for such a long time, but then I feel like 2 Irish heritage joined and made a really Irish looking baby. So yeah, I have red hair and blue eyes. No, my hair routine is so basic, and it's something that I want to look at this year actually, improving. So I just use like cheap shampoo, cheap conditioner, what you'll see in my like B&M Home Bargains hauls, and I don't even use any oil or anything on it. And I do have a naturally really frizzy hair, so I think I need to start using oil and stuff on it again. When I was at uni I used to do the curly girl method and not use any silicons on it. I've always used sulfates, so I feel like sulfate-free shampoo has never cleaned my hair properly. I have really thick hair naturally, so I need something that's going to give it a good clean. But I did stop using silicons, but since leaving uni and being in an office, I tend to straighten my hair quite a bit, and not because I don't like my curly hair, it's just because it lasts longer if it's straight. So with curly hair you can't brush it when it's dry, so that means I can only really wear it for a couple of days before it needs washing again, not because it's greasy but just because it gets so knotty. So yeah, I tend to just straighten it, and all heat protectants have silicone in, so my hair is probably not in the best condition that it's ever been in. It's not too bad, and it's something that I definitely want to look at this year. One thing I would say about my hair is, I don't know if you guys find this, particularly if you've got like my hair colour or a similar hair colour, is, or even actually this could be down to hair texture, but I find it depending on how quickly my hair dries will depend on the colour that it is. And that sounds so random, but I have people in real life who will say, have you dyed your hair? I'm like, no. But if I hairdryer it, it tends to be lighter, and I don't know if that's because the moisture isn't locked in, whereas if it air dries and I dry it in a hair bun, so it takes ages to dry it tends to dry darker, and if I have it straighter it looks darker as well. I know that's really super odd probably, but yeah, that is just my hair. And then the next question I got is, are you a big spender? Which is so funny because it may seem like I am a huge spender, because obviously my YouTube channel is about shopping and doing hauls, and do you know what, I love shopping. I feel like it's always been my hobby. I've never had like a sports hobby or anything like that, so shopping has always been kind of like my go-to. I loved it as a kid, and do you know what really makes me sad is that, do you know when you read the news articles about the British High Street, and particularly with everything that's going on, I just really hope that it bounces back, because for me shopping online isn't the same, and that's why I do like shopping in Primark and B&M and Home Bargains, because they're not online. You can go in, you can see the product, feel the product, and I do like that experience. If you want a really good shopping experience actually, and you do get the chance to go to York, definitely go into the Yorkshire soap company. Their shop is absolutely incredible. It's an experience just buying soap. I know it sounds so random, but if you've been there, you'll totally understand what I mean. In terms of am I a big spender, I would say no, I'm really not a big spender at all. I have a set budget every single month, and I don't go above budget. Sometimes I do go above budget, but then the following month I'll take that away so that I have less to spend. I'm one of those people, I don't like spending loads of money on items that you're gonna throw away, or that, do you know, like shower gel, you use it and then it's gone. Like, the smell doesn't last for like days and days, so I don't particularly like to spend loads of money on that. Yeah, there is certain things that I like to spend money on. I think it's really important to spend money on. Sometimes, you know, when you want to treat yourself, it's important to be able to do that. Really want to look after your skin, or again, for hair, if that's for me, like my hair actually is probably something I should spend more money on, because it is quite a difficult hair texture. So stuff like that, you know, that's fine to spend money on. But I'm really big on saving. I also have an investment ISA that I like to put money in. I'm very much one of those people, I'm so, how can I put it, risk averse, that I'm already saving for my future. And do you know what, I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy budgeting as well, and that's why I love the shopping in places like B&M, Poundland, Home Bargains. Like, I genuinely love their stuff, like Primark and things. And I have bought clothes from more expensive places, and I know people say if you buy stuff that's more expensive it tends to be better quality, but I haven't always found that that's the case. So yeah, that's why I kind of like I like buying what I buy, and I tend to buy quite reasonably, that's what I'd say. But yeah, I have a budget, I stick to it, and yeah, I'm really not a big spender at all. And so, do you still work out? It's funny actually, because I hadn't worked out in such a long time, and I felt like I was in a real funk, and I don't know what it is with me, but when I don't work out, I feel like I have lots of energy internally, and sometimes I need to burn that off. And I found it really hard since the lockdowns happened and the gyms closed. Particularly before I was pregnant, I would go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and then even after pregnancy, before lockdowns, I was at least going once a week and doing a home workout. And then I got completely thrown off because of lockdown and going back to work as well, that I didn't work out properly. I probably did it sporadically here and there for a really long time, and then, to be honest, since Christmas I've just been in a real funk, and part of that was because I wasn't exercising. So over the past couple of weeks I've kind of set out a routine. I work out from home now 2 to 3 times a week, and I don't do anything mega intense. I don't put loads of pressure on myself. Again, and that's the same with food as well. I'll just eat everything and anything. I'll try and just listen to my body. If I'm too tired, I won't work out. I don't beat myself up if I don't work out in a week. But yeah, my general routine is to work out 2 to 3 times a week at the moment. I do 15 minutes of cardio, and I do it I follow a YouTube video. Jamie Kinkead is absolutely amazing. She has a dance studio out in LA, and those workouts are so fun. It doesn't feel like you're working out, so I'd really recommend those. Or I'll just do like a normal cardio. I'll just literally type in 15-minute cardio workout on YouTube. If I'm feeling intense, I'll do a HIIT workout, and then I'll also do 15 minutes of resistance. So at the start of every week I'll write down kind of just like 3 lots of sets, whether that's like bicep curls, squats, whatever it is, and then I literally just set a timer for 15 minutes and get as much done as I can. I feel like that really motivates me because I'm not doing the same thing all the time, and I like the mix of cardio and resistance. Like when I used to work out, like not intensely, but when I used to work out a lot when I was younger, I'd have like a leg day, an arm day, a cardio day. But to be honest, having a baby, she's a toddler now, I can't fit that in all the time, so I just need something quick, and it's mainly for my mental health more than kind of like my body look a certain way. It's for me to just burn that internal energy off. Do you still have a good evening routine is the next question, and I would love to say yes, I have a perfect evening routine, but the reality is I really don't. Do you know, I watch all these beautiful evening routines on YouTube. I don't think anybody really has an evening routine like that. Mine is particularly all over the place. Again, just having a toddler, but also just my schedule as well. Like you know, I work 4 days a week, and I do YouTube. Obviously I have a toddler, and I think obviously with COVID, it's not like I have babysitters or anything, so Sometimes I'm up super late at night editing a video, which, do you know what, I don't mind. I actually really love it. Or I'm just trying to fit in just, I don't know, having a little bit of me time. So no, I really don't have a good evening routine. I probably don't get my 8 hours every night, but I do try and make up for that on the weekend and have a little bit of a lie-in. The next question is, are you still scrapbooking? So I absolutely love to scrapbook. If you know me, I am so sentimental. I just love having memories to look back on, and I haven't scrapbooked in such a long time. It was actually one of my January goals, was to start scrapbooking again. I need to go back actually and scrapbook literally since I wanted to do it of like my pregnancy, and just write all the memories that I have of that, and also Lily's birth, and also the first year as well. Like I want to do like 3 lots of scrapbooking about that, but to be honest with you, I really haven't got around to it again. I think it's because I don't have much time at the minute with working and juggling YouTube and yeah, and having a toddler. And like I said, at the weekends it's not like she can just go and spend a day with her grandparents at the moment, because that's just not the way of the world. So hopefully soon I'll be able to pick that up again. But yeah, at the moment, unfortunately, I wish I could say I was doing it, but I just haven't found time. Was I popular at school? No, I really wasn't popular at school, not at all. I was such a shy child. I was one of those kids that was a little bit too afraid to put their hands up, to speak up. It took a really long time for me to come out of my shell and have more confidence, I would say. Do you know what, even now I can be a little bit awkward. I can't even lie about it. Some days I feel more confident than others, but I imagine everybody feels a little bit like that. Yeah, I kind of just threw myself into work at school. I had a small group of friends, but apart from that I didn't really kind of talk to anybody else. Oh, and there's also an assumption that I was a really good student at school, and yeah, that is really true. I literally put my heart and soul into studying, and to be honest with you, I think a lot of people say they regret not working harder at school, and I would say I actually have the opposite regret. I feel like I worked too hard and didn't enjoy myself enough, particularly A-levels and uni. I put a massive amount of pressure on myself to achieve the top grades, which I did. But looking back now, I think I would have got more out of it if I would have got grades that were slightly lower, but I also had more of a social life, to be honest. Yeah, I just think it's really important to have that balance, and it's taken me until after having my daughter to actually find balance. I'm somebody who is quite hardworking, and is it type A personality? Like, I get so set on a goal that literally I have blinders on and I can't see anything else, and that's certainly what happened when I was at school. Probably from actually doing my, even back to year 9 SATs actually, literally from SATs I took exams so seriously, and I was a little bit like competitive as well. And yeah, looking back now, I wish I would have just gone a little bit more easy on myself, you know, had a little bit more fun and just relaxed a little bit. So yeah, I was a kind of bit of a goody at school. The question that I got, and this is the final question of this Q&A, was how do you manage your time with a young family and doing YouTube? And I feel like at the moment it's been made a lot harder because of COVID. So the plan, I had a goal for this year actually, because I've been so unorganised with doing YouTube. I kind of literally do them the week that they're going to go up. And the plan this year was to do some batch filming. So I was going to batch film some hauls, batch film some come shop with me's. I'm not doing come shop with me's at the moment because I just feel like it's a little bit disrespectful to go out and film, even if I am in like Poundland, which I know is an essential store. Like, it does take you longer if you are filming, so I just don't feel like it's appropriate at the moment to go and do that. But yeah, the plan was to batch film. I can't do that again at the moment because of I can't give my daughter to like I said, to grandparents or aunties and uncles to have a day with them like once a month. So I have to really plan out my days. In fact, let me show you my planner. This planner, so it's actually a law of attraction planner. I don't use it for law of attraction. I just know that the law of attraction planners tend to have really good layout. So they have a yearly layout, a monthly layout. So, and in this planner it's like done by week, so you have a whole section like notes and ideas, and then this section's got like resources, and then it's split into days as well. Down the side it has stuff like wake up mood, energy, water, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't actually tend to use those for what they are. I just use the boxes for a to-do list. So at the end of an evening, I will try and write like 1 or 2 things that I want to get done for the following day. I'm really bad at writing way too much to get done and not being able to do it, and I think that's just something to take into consideration if you are writing goals. It's so easy to write things down, but in reality of getting it done, particularly if you are juggling a young family, just go easy on yourself. If you only, you know, get 50% of it done, I think that's an achievement. So that's how I see it, because I do tend to overwrite. So if you write a to-do list, just aim to get 50% done, because 50% done is better than nothing at all. In terms of filming and editing videos, so I tend to film when my daughter is asleep, or I'll film whilst I'm on lunch break, whilst I'm working. So I have an hour lunch, I'll have like half an hour eating my lunch, and then I'll do half an hour filming a video, and I'll have everything set up, so like the tripod with the camera, or I'll do that the night before. I'll either do it when she goes to sleep if I'm doing it at the weekend, or my husband will be looking after her. In terms of editing YouTube videos, I'm really bad for this. I tend to stay up really late at night and edit. To be fair, my creative energy is usually at night time. I'm definitely a night owl. Sometimes I wish I was a early morning bird, because I feel like that's the world kind of works like going in the morning, but in the mornings are a struggle for me. Like, I have no creative energy in the morning, so I do tend to save it at night, and that's the way that I juggle YouTube and a young family. And it's not, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect at doing it all. I tend to have days where I work like relentlessly, like every 3 seconds, like I'll be filming or editing and I'll be really on it, and then there's some days I'm like, oh my gosh, I could really do with editing this video like now while she's asleep. I'm like, I just don't have the energy, and I end up just sitting watching YouTube for like an hour and a half. So yeah, it's just swinging roundabouts. But yeah, that was all the questions. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and it was so nice to be able to just kind of speak to you and not just be showing you what I've bought. It was kind of nice to have a sit down and a chat. It'd be really nice if you could actually be here and have a cup of tea with me. I'll definitely talk for a lot longer than I think this video will probably be, about 15 minutes or so. I hope I've not waffled on too much though. Yeah, if you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any more questions or you'd like me to do another one, feel free to leave any in the comments below, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye.